Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Welcome to the second installment of Liz Etter's Technology Tips. And this is a technology tip that really benefits the learner. And today I want to talk about Marco Polo. So I'm not talking about the very famous explorer. This is a smartphone app, and it allows users to record video messages and a way to connect with others. It can be a family member, it can be a friend, it can be a coworker. For my purposes, it's my students. How I plan on using this next year is if students have questions for me, but they don't want to ask me in class, perhaps they're a little shy or they want to figure out how they want to word it, they can send me a recorded Marco Polo. Or if I have a group assignment and I want the kids to get together and plan outside of school, rather than engaging in the group text, they can engage in a group video. And they don't have to all be available at the same time like they would with Zoom. If I want to have an enrichment discussion with a few students, let's say I have 5 out of my 30 students in one class who get high A's on the test, I could ask them to respond to a Marco Polo and give them something to talk about or to debate. I teach American government, so debate would be real good. And there you go. Also to have debates besides enrichment discussions. If you go onto the website www.marcopolo.me, they will give you lots of information. And one of the things they like to tell you is how their app is different than other things that are out there. So you can do this at any time. It works when you have a moment to speak, even if your schedule doesn't match with someone else. So it is unlike Zoom in that way. Sometimes it's difficult to meet up with certain people. So if you want to maintain a closer relationship, you can do that. Getting together with groups, like I already spoke about, with coworkers, collaborating. It's wonderful for that. And it is easy and fun. It is fun. They have video effects or voice effects, excuse me. You can slow it down. You can make yourself sound like a robot. My 4-year-old daughter really enjoys that one. And you can doodle. The key users I see for this technology are the students so that they can communicate with me, the teacher, or with their peers. I do see this being useful in other fields though, in higher education, students in college, or us in this class. If we're planning for some sort of group project or you have questions for Dr. Moore, or for our advisors, making sure we're taking everything we need to take to graduate, you could certainly use Marco Polo that way. For those in the business field, again, planning for certain projects that they have, any questions they might have for a supervisor, or perhaps a getting to know you type situation or any other team collaboration. I do find this very valuable because these videos only go away once they're deleted. I don't know if anybody else made the mistake of not recording a Zoom session or two like I did. You don't have to worry about that with Marco Polo. It also all goes in the cloud at some point in time. Not everybody has to be at the same call at the same time. I know that's something we struggle. I'm talking to my peers out there. If you have children or if you are working right now during the summer, so it's very hard to get schedules to work together sometimes. So that's another reason why this is such a valuable tool. I really think it allows for voices that might be lost in the classroom to be heard. I've had several shy students in the past who would not raise their hand, but I know they have questions. Perhaps this might make them feel empowered to do so. And that could offer me as the educator a chance to form a bond with a student that I might not have been able to form before. I think this connects with many trends in our field. Social media, you can like these videos, so there's that element. Informal learning, kids can just ask questions and get a quick little answer. Micro learning, if you want to have a quick little lesson, for example, over the summer, I've used this to reach out to a few of my AP government students who are very interested in looking at the current SCOTUS decisions. And so using this app, I teach them a mini little lesson, so that's great. It does allow for personalized learning to make sure you can guide individual students in their own path where they want to go so they can show mastery their own way. Of course, it is online and it is mobile learning as well. I feel like we'd see these trends and the rationale for why Marco Polo would be good in all of these contexts is because it was so helpful for me during distance learning. I had many students who were unable to make Zoom calls because they were working or had other teachers schedule calls at the same time, so they utilized this. Also, you can engage back and forth not only in a witty dialogue, but in meaningful discussion. And rather than this being a live thing where students have to think of the question right off the bat, they can truly slow down and take time to process what questions they might have. And, you know, it does keep them interested because, like I said, the videos have sound effects and you can react to them. So that might capture the interest of a student who loves social media, but is perhaps otherwise uninterested in what you're covering in class. And students can use this for remediation, enrichment, planning, and discussions, all while spending time with their best friends, their iPhone. So I hope you enjoyed learning about Marco Polo. Please ask me any questions if you have them.